Hello everybody, welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator video. In today's video I've got some really awesome news for you all, from an update with the Fly-by-Wire A380X project to an interesting add-on that allows you to land your helicopters and vertical takeoff and landing fighter jets on the hard deck of boats. In today's video I'll be going through this and more, so be sure to stick around for that. Hello YouTube, I'm Pilot Stud and welcome back to another video. If you're new around here, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. Not only does it keep you up to date with the most important Microsoft Flight Sim news, add-ons and videos, it really helps me out. Without further delay, let's get right into this video. So we're going to start off with the news from the A380 team. They've released a little update on their Discord, and when I say little, I do mean little. It's 2 photos to be exact and a bit of text. Now the first one shows what I believe to be where the ECAM display is. So that's the electronic centralised aircraft monitor, which of course shows you stuff like your engine parameters and a lot more. Now as you can see, we're not seeing those systems today, but we are seeing a lot of detail. From the fingerprints and smudges on the screen, to the paint wearing off on the knobs and switches, I think it looks really good. Gives me a lot of optimism because of course we haven't heard too much from the Fly-by-Wire A380 team, so it's nice to see it now. Now moving over to the second screenshot we get. We're now looking up towards the mode control panel. Now you can see a variation of systems that have been worked on here, from this sort of dot matrix display where you can adjust your navigation display. So as you can see at the moment, I believe it's set to weather and terrain radar, in contrast to the autopilot displays. You're seeing some really great modelling, some great texture work. All in all, it's very exciting. They do give a bit of an update as well, saying that they plan on giving us some more progress updates more often in the progress channel on the Discord server. I think it's really exciting and it's nice to see this project still alive and kicking, but by the way, we wouldn't really expect anything less from the Fly-by-Wire team. Now sticking with Fly-by-Wire, we've got some recent progress on the A320 NX project. Of course, the much loved freeware available on PC. They've been working on the EFB, the electronic flight bag, and they brought over their initial version of their passenger and cargo loading page, which you can pick up in the external version on the Fly-by-Wire installer. As you can see, it really goes into depth. You can see empty and filled seats. Maybe they're bringing over a cabin. Maybe they're sort of laying down the foundation for that. It would be really cool, but it's nice to sort of go in depth with weight and balance, making sure you're getting your centre of balance right, make it more realistic, you know, onwards and upwards with the Fly-by-Wire project. Really exciting stuff. Finally, with the Fly-by-Wire team, we have a little photo of their terrain radar in action. Now, of course, I did have to relist this video because I messed it up. I said it was a weather radar, and it's not. But as you can see, the terrain radar is looking very good. Of course, it's a terrain radar. Once you really look at it, you realise they look nothing like clouds. But it's nice to see that they've worked on this feature, and you know, it's integrated into the A320, hopefully to be on our simulators as soon as possible. So after the update to the Fly-by-Wire aircraft there, let's move over to some more Microsoft Flight Sim news. In the background you're seeing Scene's London Heathrow Echo Golf Lima Lima for its iCal code. It's received an update, version 2, and I have to say, it is much better. We've now got a fantastic interior for Terminal 5, and I believe Terminal 2 as well, the Queen's Terminal. It really is beautiful, they've optimised it, it's an absolute pleasure. Initially I wasn't a fan of this airport, I felt it was very laggy on my system and that it needed some work, but any simulations, any builds, they've listened and they've massively improved it. I can really get behind it. You can pick it up with a link in the description. I do believe it's coming to Xbox, but it's not on the marketplace just yet. Keep an eye out for it. Moving over to a new aircraft that's been released by the Aeroplane Heaven team. They've released the Globe Swift. Now this is an aircraft you probably haven't heard of. Definitely not in the context of Microsoft Flight Simulator, because it was only announced the other day on Facebook. Now the Globe Swift is most commonly used, or was most commonly used, as a fighter trainer. training future fighter pilots, basic flight. Now, it was designed in the midst of World War II in 1940. Of course, America wasn't actually involved at the time, but World War II did result in this aircraft being delayed to production until 1946, so a bit of time. So it's certainly an aircraft that shows its age. Now, Aeroplane Heaven have released the Alpha version, which is the older and less powerful aircraft variant, and you can pick it up on Orbex Direct for £22 UK, 29 pence, which comes into just around 27 UK dollars. It's had glowing reviews so far, probably not an aircraft I will take a look at. It's not really my cup of tea, but it looks really good. Now finally, that interesting add-on I was talking about at the start of this video. Seafront Simulations are working on something that I think is pretty special. Now, don't get me wrong, this will be payware, and I can imagine a freeware developer coming up with something very different, but Seafront Simulations have come up with a fantastic concept. Basically, they've brought over boats and ships that you can land on. You can land your helicopter on, you can land your VTOL aircraft on, such as the F-35 by India Fox Techo. I think the video says everything I needed to say really. It shows it off very well. Basically, you can just land on some boats. Now, Seafront Simulations have not provided any release date, any price about this product, and indeed, they don't show us too many variants of boats. But knowing Seafront Simulations, what they do is make a big package with a good variation of boats that you can land on all around the world. I think it's very exciting, but the proof will be in the pudding. Let's see what they do here. They hope to bring it to existing and new products, meaning some people might see an update if you have some of Seafront Simulations work. Now, I did wonder where Seafront Simulations would fit this in, because we haven't got any completely dedicated Navy traffic. But what we do have, I believe the Great Britain South England one has it, is Navy vessels included in some of the packages. So realistically, all Seafront Simulations needs to do is update some of their already existing products to bring this feature over. I think it's a really promising feature, looks like great fun, and hopefully will come onto Xbox as well, because of course you can see them landing the Volocopter here, which I guess is the only helicopter sort of aircraft we've got on Xbox, so we have to make do at the moment. From me today, that is all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, be sure to hit that red button. It is there for a reason, for you to stay up to date with the most important Microsoft Flight Sim news. I hope you've enjoyed this video. You've been kept up to date once again. See you around, guys. Bye bye.